allergens.
Hey everybody, welcome to Allergies Bites.
But tastes good.
So, sorry
Wow,
we
this
missed...
feels like a long time ago, eh?
Yeah, sorry we missed last week. It was kind of a bizarre, insane week. So, we will make it up to you. Trust me. We've got some really, stellar, killer, dairy-free, egg-free, and gluten-free recipes.
You have some killers coming in?
Killer recipes.
Oh.
And they are so... Well, we're going to make...
Because you're allergic, right?
Yeah.
They're going to kill you.
Well, actually, I am going to tell you what we are going to make. Not this video, but in the next few videos. One of them will be...
Foreshadowing.
One of them will be a chocolate fudge pie. And that thing is good. So
it's a killer.
It's a killer. So today, I forgot to tell you what we're doing today because I'm so excited about that one. So today we're making a coconut fridge cookie. And this one is good for keto as well. We're using a low carb nut. We're using macadamians. We're also using hemp seeds.
Okay.
And you can decorate them if you want. You don't have to. We're putting a little bit of monk fruit in. You don't have to. But come on in and let's get this baby cooking. Oh, no, sorry. Come on in and let's...
Cook the baby?
Come on in and let's...
cook the coconut.
Come on in and let's get this cookie...
Crumbling?
Crumbling?
Let's crumble this cookie.
So we have 1 cup of hemp heart seeds. Okay. And we're going to throw them in here. We're going to make a nut butter first. And then we're going to use that nut butter to make our cookie. You can use a store-bought nut butter, but why? This way you know exactly each ingredient that's in there, and you can alter the ingredients.
Okay.
To make what you want. So 1 cup, and we're going to crunch it up first. Okay. We're going to throw in our coconut oil, 1 tablespoon. And yeah, I use my fingers. Like my grandmama used to say, fingers were made before spatulas.
Okay.
And we're going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla in.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got 1/8 of a spoon here for salt, but I'm going to put about 1/2 of an 1/8 in. So you can do a big pinch if you want.
A big pinch?
A big pinch.
That sounds scientific.
Hey, bakers are. And 1/2 a teaspoon, I'm sorry,
Apparently not.
half a tablespoon of monk fruit sweetener, if you want. And then we're going to start adding our 1 cup of macadamia nuts.
Okay.
Just add a few at a time. Or 1/2 cup at a time. You can leave a few chunks in it if you want.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be totally fine. So we'll take a look at it.
What? Can't hear over that blender.
We'll take a look at it. There you go. So there is a few pieces in here yet. We're still going to beat it up because all the nuts aren't beaten up. But it's looking really nice.
So just throw it on for another mix?
Yeah. So here's our nut butter. And we're going to need about 3/4 of a cup of this.
Okay.
And we've got our food processor out to mix the nut butter with the coconut.
Oop, there we go.
So you will have some extra, but you can use...
Yum, 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 yum.
You can use... Exactly. You can use it on pancakes. You can use it you know, just on some gluten-free bread or whatever you
sit
like.
there and just eat by the
You
spoonful.
can eat it by the spoonful, yeah, exactly. So there's my 3/4. And our coconut is a dried, unsweetened, shredded coconut.
There we go.
So that's our coconut.
Yep.
Very cute. And it's 1.5 cups of that. Here we go. We're done.
Awesome.
Check that out.
Ooh.
Okay, and then we'll just dump this in here. You want to make a log out of it. We used to do this with wax paper, I think.
Yeah.
We never
pinwheels.
had Ziploc bags.
Oh.
We never used Ziploc bags. We always used wax paper.
There's the pinwheels that we did.
Oh, we did with it. Yeah, I think we did it that way too. Or we used
The pinwheels and the checkerboard cookies.
oh, those are good. Everything's got to have gluten in it, eh?
Yeah.
But we are conquering the gluten monster.
Yep.
I haven't had gluten for just about, actually, over 11 years.
Yeah.
I haven't been glutenized or anything. I've been so blessed that way.
Yeah.
You've had a few attacks,
I have had a few.
and I haven't had any yet. So we're just...
Yeah.
No, I'm just really lucky and blessed. That's okay. So I'm just squeezing this in so that it's a firm
Cookie?
roll. Yeah. Yeah, and then that's what you want to put in the freezer.
Okay.
Get it as tight as you can. And we'll put it in the freezer for 30 minutes to 60 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll be back.
I'll be back.
There, turn the lights. So I've got a small pot with some water in it, and I'm going to be melting some chocolate. So I've got a tin bowl, and you make sure that the bottom of your bowl does not touch your water, so that it stays dry. So then you stick this on to boil. And while that's boiling, we're going to do some decorations on top of these cookies. So this is the chocolate that I'm using.
Decorate, decorate, decorate.
Okay. You can put sweetener in this if you want. I'm not going to. We will not be using the whole thing, even though I'll be melting the whole thing. You can always just take your leftover chocolate and add a few macadamians or something to it. And then you've got a snack as well as the cookies.
Oh,
See?
okay.
So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 thing. And this is like a really good...
Okay. Do you want me to read it to you?
No, you don't have to. But this is a really good chocolate that I've got. And it's a Canadian one. So see what you can find where you're at. So cut your chocolate into about the same size pieces so that it'll melt evenly. This is dark. You're on guard. Watch your fingers. Okay. So.
I got it in the bowl.
Look at that. Let's dump this in. So once your water starts boiling, put it on top of the water.
Awesome.
And we have
We'll be
got
back.
a...
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, we're looking at it.
Okay. We've got a disposable piping bag that we're going to be putting the chocolate into. So our water is boiling really good. We're just going to shut off the burner and remove it from the heat. And we're going to put our chocolate on top. and every so often we're going to stir it, and won't take long at all. You can even see that it's melting now. So we'll be back when it's melted up, and just stir it off and on till it's melted. So it's just about all melted. There's just a little bit of chunkies left. So we pulled out our cookies, and we are going to cut our cookies up. So it's been in the freezer probably around 45 minutes. We ended up chasing cattle, so
Yep.
all of a sudden you look out the window, it's like, oh,
You're not supposed to be there.
Yeah. But boy, were they happy to be there.
Yep.
So we'll open up the bag. There's our cookies. And we're just gonna cut them. And if they break, leave them sit out for a little while.
Like that one?
See, like that broke. So leave them sit out, they'll warm up because they're too cold. And they stick together really well. So you just have to warm them up, and then you can flatten them out. It may not be as pretty as the circle that you made there, but they work just as good.
Okay. So wait a few minutes first?
Yeah, we'll probably wait 5 minutes before we do this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start cutting them.
Chop chop.
They're falling apart a little bit, but it's not so bad. So I've got my piping bag in a glass. I wiped the bottom of my bowl so that it's not wet. And I'm just going to pour the chocolate in here. And like I said, this is a totally unsweetened chocolate, but you can use whatever kind of chocolate you want. And I'm going to cut the tip off, but not very much of it, just a small piece. I'm doing it left-handed, which is probably not a great idea. I can't cut left-handed. Shocker. There we go.
Okay.
So now we're gonna decorate these guys. This is only like if you want to. You can come up with some really cool fancy cookies. So I have chocolate left. I put it back on the heat because I want it to stay warm, because I just grabbed some nuts from the freezer. I've got pumpkin seeds, which are low carb. I've got Brazil nuts, which are low carb, and I got pistachios, which are like about, 8 carbs for quarter cup or something. I put a quarter cup of each in here, of the 3. This is the rest of my chocolate. This is not going to be lots of chocolate for this, but I just want to make a really nutty bark, but not a chocolatey bark. Brother. So I'll just pour that in. See, we got lots of nuts here. And then I will put it on the sheet. Oh no, I might have missed the whole thing. Okay, well I poured it on. I thought
That's because I wasn't here.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So what I did is I just mixed in the nuts.
You remelted the chocolate.
I remelted, the chocolate was still warm, but I wanted it warmer because I was using nuts that came right out of the freezer. You can use any kind of nuts you want, and then just stir it around. There's 3/4 of a cup of nuts in this last bit of chocolate, and I just wanted chocolate nuts. I didn't want a bark per se.
Woof.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it in the freezer, it'll get hard, and then store it in the fridge. And we will show you the finale when it all comes out.
Awesome.
So this is what we ended up getting out of our chocolate. We have some awesome looking nut chocolates.
Bow wow.
I said nut chocolates,
Oh.
not
Fun.
And we've got some cookies. These cookies have to stay in the fridge. You just take them out when you eat them, otherwise they get very, very soft, very, very fast.
Yeah.
But okay, we have some nut bark.
No, time has passed.
I tried. Okay, but so I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you find it helpful, and see you next time on Allergies Bites. Bye!